All right, here we go. Wide receiver film room, episode 16. Chase Claypool in a week 5 matchup versus the Philadelphia Eagles. 7 catches, 110 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Also 3 rushing attempts for 6 yards and another touchdown. 4 total touchdowns on 10 touches. Really great performance here by a budding young star. Let's get right into it. Wide receiver film room, episode 16, Chase Claypool. All right, first target of the game for Claypool comes on 3rd and 4. They're going to run a triple slant concept down here to the bottom. It's an empty set. They've just got 3 slants down here to the bottom. Claypool, the number 3 receiver, just has a one-step slant, shows his eyes right away, catches the ball, falls forward for a first down. Nothing much here. Pretty simple concept, pretty simple route. Good job by Claypool not panicking and making himself available in this little zone, knowing that he's probably the number 1 read because he's got the quickest path to a first down. He's the closest receiver to Ben. The quarterback can fit it in there right between the 2 defenders, and Claypool can get the ball in his hands and fall forward for a first down, which in this situation, 3rd and 4, our only goal is to secure the catch, get the first down, keep the chains moving. Great job by Claypool. All right, Claypool's next catch and target comes in this 14-yard stop route. He's the number 1 receiver up top, playing against loose zone coverage. Okay, anytime you're running a stopping route versus loose coverage where the DB can have his eyes on you, we need to make sure that everything's a fade till it's not. We don't give away any indicators telling the DB that we're breaking. Great job here by Claypool. He's not running full speed. He's not running super fast. But what he is doing is selling vertical with his body language. There's nothing telling the DB that he's not making an effort to run by him. All right, DBs can't feel your speed as much as you think, but they can read body language cues. All right, Claypool's probably running at about 91, 92%. The DB doesn't know that he's not running full speed. He's just looking at, is his stride long? Is his pads down? Does his body look like he's running vertical? Yes, it does, so I better defend the vertical. If Claypool was coming with short, choppy steps, or his pads were raising, or he was giving something away that he was going to break, then that gives the DB an indicator to jump this pass and try and make a play on the ball. All right, the key when running a stopping route versus loose coverage is control your body language. Don't give him any indicators telling him that you're breaking. All right, good job by Claypool widening a little bit to chase the DB's near hip. Right, we want to try and get into that DB's blind spot and then break suddenly and efficiently. Again, no indicators. Everything's a fade till it's not. Circle back to the football. Good job getting the first down here by Claypool. All right, Claypool's next catch. This is an awesome slant route, an aggressive one-step stretch right off the ball, push vertical, continue to push your depth, and then break it across in the slant. I love the fact that he's playing against number 21, Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills was a safety earlier in the year, okay? Man coverage at the corner position is not his specialty. So knowing that, you know that he's probably going to give me a fair amount of room at the line of scrimmage. He probably doesn't have the confidence to sit flat-footed and squat on me and shoot hands. So I just want to eat up space and push him off the ball right away and threaten him and threaten that outside shoulder so I can get room to win back inside. So I think it's a great job by Claypool knowing the personnel he's playing against and just keep a really simple and effective plan. And his starts by being aggressive, attack that outside shoulder of the corner. You get him to jump outside, and that opens up the lane inside to run this slant route. Another great thing that Claypool does is he doesn't get excited, right? He wins the route in the first second. He gets the corner to turn around. He gets that inside lane, but he doesn't get excited and break to the slant right away where he might be there too fast for the quarterback or he might run into this flat defender. Right, really good poise of winning at the line of scrimmage, but now push your depth, and give everybody a two-way go. You don't give the route away too early, okay? And then that way, that gives him the room to break inside, and look at how much separation he has when he catches the football now to make the first guy miss, make that safety miss, and go score a touchdown, okay? If he had broken on this slant too early, then it tells the safety he's running the slant. The safety probably drives on this sooner, and rather than it being a catch, a broken tackle, and a touchdown, this safety, if it's a bang play right on Claypool, it's probably only a 12-yard gain. So all this little route detail really comes into effect here, not only getting Claypool open, but setting him up to have room for yards after the catch. Now he's catching the ball without anybody around him. He has time to compose himself, get the ball in the right arm, and make the first guy miss and go score a touchdown. Awesome poise, awesome execution, awesome finish here from Chase. All right, Claypool's next rep is just a speed out versus loose coverage up top. A little quick step, a little quick game, speed out to the outside. It's stealing versus loose coverage, but honestly, I don't love this rep from Claypool. All right, again, we're running these intermediate routes versus loose coverage. The key is everything's a fade till it's not. The key is selling vertical to the last second. The thing I don't like about Claypool here is he comes off the ball short striding. All right, he's not taking full strides. He's not selling vertical with his body language fully. And then he doesn't get a lot of power pushing off that inside step. He kind of just rolls off the outside step and rolls through this cut casually. I think he can do a much better job selling vertical, attacking the DB, and being more sudden with his break point. And if he does all that, I think he has room to catch this ball and make a guy miss. Instead, he's giving the route away pretty early. Again, taking short strides, not selling vertical with his body language, and then kind of just lazy rounding cut. And now Jalen Mills is tackling him as soon as he catches the ball. We're not worried about making the catch. All right, this is stealing. This is a free throw right here. There's no way in hell we should ever not make this catch running a quick speed out versus loose coverage. My worry here is not the ability to get open and make the catch. That's child's play right here. That's easy. It's can we sell vertical to the last second so that when I do make the catch, I have room to make this guy miss and turn a 6-yard out route into a 90-yard touchdown. That's the goal here, and that's what Claypool's not accomplishing. Sure, he does enough to get a cute little 6-yard gain underneath, but is he doing enough to sell vertical to the last second so that when he breaks, the DB is on his heels and there's more separation here, rather than when Claypool breaks, the DB knows it's coming and the DB's already coming forward and he mitigates this to a 6-yard gain. Whereas again, I think if Claypool does a little bit better job selling vertical and he's a little bit more sudden on this speed cut, he's got another yard or two of separation, and we just saw him break one tackle and take it to the house. I would have loved to see him have an opportunity to do that here, and I think his route detail would have allowed that. Good catch. It's stealing. It's a free throw. I don't think in this league we really get commended for making free throws. We want to be a little bit better than that. I think a guy with his ceiling, if he can find ways to have another yard or two of separation, he gets really dangerous right here. All right, Claypool's next catch comes down in the red zone. This is just a little schemed up play here by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They go to 4-by-1. They get this little diamond bunch formation to the left side, and it just becomes a numbers game. Are the Steelers going to overload this side to put more numbers over these 4 receivers than they can block? If the Eagles do put too many numbers there to the field, to the bunch side, you've got the slant down bottom to the tight end, but the Eagles don't get enough guys out there. You see the numbers out to the bunch side, it's 4 over 4. There's 4 defenders over 4 offensive players, so the numbers game is in favor for the Steelers. They got to get the first 3 guys blocked. Claypool is responsible for the last guy. Okay, the 3 blockers up front, they block the 3 most dangerous. So that's 47, Nate Jerry, the DB to the outside, and the linebacker inside. They leave the safety unblocked, and it's Claypool's job to find a hole and run away from the safety. Really well blocked up front. You got some tough blockers up front to create a wall for Claypool, and then again, as long as they execute their job, you really got to trust your blockers here. As long as as they execute their job in front of you, and you have the numbers advantage, this is stealing for Claypool. You just got to be ready to be physical, make a guy miss. In this case, they block it up really well so he can just stroll into the end zone. All right, here's Claypool on a slant up top versus Darius Slay. I like his release. Good little stretch release outside. Good job getting on Slay's toes and being physical. I think one game plan versus Slay is that if you can be more physical than him, that's about the only weakness he has. Slay is as good as it gets. But I do think that the plan versus him is to make it a physical battle, especially when you're big and physical like Claypool is. All right, now, unlike the slant route where Claypool scored a touchdown, I do feel like he got a little bit excited on this one. All right, so he stretches the DB outside. He wins inside, but now you see he breaks a little bit early and kind of rounds that slant. I thought that maybe he could have taken another step vertical. You can see Claypool showing his eyes a little bit early before he breaks. We want to, again, win inside, sell vertical for one more step, make Darius Slay defend that vertical landmark, and then maybe you have some more separation and the DB's not right on your back. All in all, Claypool does enough. He moves him at the line of scrimmage, he's strong with his hands, and he gets that inside positioning so that Ben throws a perfect ball and he can make a tough competitive catch. But I think that Claypool could do more to create separation after the release. Again, good job sliding him outside, good job using your hands to fight through that contact, and then just push vertical one more step, just like he did on the touchdown, and then snap that thing off with a hard outside pressure step. I think that gives you more separation here versus Slay. He breaks a little early. You can see the safety driving on this thing a little bit earlier now because Claypool shows his eyes and breaks early. All the little details he had to create that separation on the touchdown slant, I think some of those were not present in this rep, and that's why instead of it being a catch and run, it's more of a catch and get tackled. Again, when you're a great receiver, we're not worried about just getting open to make these easy catches. We're worried about how can we make these easy catches with as much separation as possible so that when we do catch the football, we can get more and more after the catch. So all in all, a good plan. Good release here from Claypool. Thought the route detail could have been a little bit better, and maybe you see more separation at the catch point. All right, here's Claypool's last catch of the game. Empty set again. Claypool's a number 3 receiver, and this is just a great game plan here by the Steelers, and they created a matchup issue by spreading the field going empty, and you get Philadelphia to play their base cover 2 defense versus empty, and now you have Chase Claypool, your hottest receiver, matched up against the middle linebacker. That's a matchup that he should win every time, that you feel really good about. And this is just like isolation in basketball where you space the floor, you clear the floor, and let your best player go one-on-one when he's got a mismatch. And that's exactly what this is. You can see Claypool before the play. They line up, and he's pointing at Nate Jerry, the linebacker, saying, yo, look at who's over me right now. Throw me the rock. And Claypool does a good job. When you have a mismatch like this, don't make it too complicated. That is a key. When you have a favorable matchup as the receiver, don't do too much and make something simple into something complicated. So great job here by Claypool being aware of the matchup and just don't do too much. You know this guy's shitting his pants before the ball's even snapped because 47 knows that he can't cover you one-on-one, and that's what he's being asked to do with the way the defense is set up right here. So he knows before the ball is snapped that he's screwed. So again, just get him into oh shit mode, attack him right on, just like Claypool does. All you have to do here when you're in this slot release is move him off his base. If you can attack 47 and 47 moves off his base, just replace him and take that lane that he just gave you. If he doesn't move off his base, if he doesn't move off his podium and he sits there firm, then you have to have a plan to deal with his hands. As soon as you run at the middle linebacker and he moves off his podium and he jumps inside, the route is over. All you got to do is get on his toes and then win with speed because you have the athletic matchup here. So again, good job by Claypool coming off the ball with patience, assessing the linebacker. Use your tempo and use your angle to get the linebacker to move and jump inside. And then you can just stick your foot in the ground and burst upfield. And there he is, beating the Mike linebacker over the top of a cover 2 defense, splitting the safeties, which is a huge weak point of that defense. The only guy that can defend this area is that Mike linebacker who has to run with this vertically. Just not a matchup that Nate Jerry is able to succeed in against Chase Claypool. Again, great job by the Steelers putting their players in a position to be successful, and great job by Claypool and Big Ben not making it too complicated. Execute a great plan, move the DB off his podium, and then use your speed to beat him over the top for his last catch and third touchdown of the game. Veteran savvy here shown by Claypool with just understanding his matchups and understanding how to take advantage of them. Awesome job.